What happens when Social Security runs out? That's a great question and exactly what I want to focus on for you right here in the video. Let's get right into it. I know in this video, I do want to discuss a very important topic, including Social Security running out. What would actually happen in the event this does take place at some point over the coming years? Well, that's what I want to focus on here in the video because this is a very important topic and there's a lot of misleading information out there. In the way that this information is presented makes it sound like we're all losing our benefits immediately, right? Well, no, that is not the case, and exactly why I want to clarify here in this video and talk about what does it actually mean when Social Security may actually run out, and what does this actually mean for the 70+ million beneficiaries who rely on these benefits every single month. Again, great questions, great topic, and what we're going to focus on here in the video. Let's get right into it. Really fast before we do, thanks for joining me. If you have not done so yet, make sure to do yourself a huge favor. Hit that subscribe button right down below the video. It's totally free to do so, and I'm here for you right by your side every single day, watching the headlines, watching new bills, packages, proposals, announcements, anything showing up that may impact you, your money, your benefits, your lifestyle, your bank account as a low-income or fixed-income beneficiary. And as always, anything popping up you can possibly grab or take advantage of, like money, benefits, raises to benefits, checks, programs, stimulus checks, monthly checks, and the list goes on and on. There's a lot of things that are going on out there, specifically focused on the low-income and fixed-income beneficiaries. I'm here for you in any way that I possibly can be. As always, subscribe down below if you haven't done so yet, and feel free to share the video with your friends on your social media. There's a share button right down below the video as well. Thank you so much. Truly appreciate literally every single one of you here in this community. We've got to stick together right now, and I'll continue to advocate on your behalf in any way that I possibly can every single day. All right, thank you so much. Let's get into it and talk about the details of Social Security running out, what happens when this takes place, and what do we really need to know as beneficiaries? Are our benefits disappearing? Is that it? Game over? It's all done, right? No, not even close, okay? Let me explain the details about this. All right, so this can be expressed in a variety of ways. We hear people say Social Security is bankrupt, it's running out, it's ending, all kinds of things like this. You hear people say all kinds of stuff. It's literally referring to the exact same thing, okay? Let me explain the details about this really fast here. So, simply means insolvency, okay? What does that actually mean? So right now, Social Security has about $2.7 trillion in the trust funds, okay? Around 2.7, okay? It's changing on a very regular basis, but around $2.7 trillion. That's a lot of money that they have sitting in essentially a savings account, okay? Now, obviously, it's not exactly a savings account, but think of the trust fund like a savings account. You put money in, you take money out, but ultimately, you want money to be in the savings account. If it's dry, as in it's empty, that means that, hey, you can't really send out any money. You can't take money out for expenditures if it is empty, right? Just like a savings account, just like a checking account, something like that. If there's no money in it, what are you supposed to do, right? You're broke. Well, kind of, but not really, okay? So here's what goes on with Social Security. This whole insolvency thing, you've heard it before, you've probably heard me talk about it. Basically what this means is that in roughly 9-ish years, give or take a little bit, the trust fund with its current trajectory right now is going to be empty. The $2.7 trillion in the essential savings accounts of Social Security, the trust funds, will be gone, will be paid out to beneficiaries. Not like some sticky-fingered person is going to go in there and take all the money out, which, you know, that could maybe happen too. I'm not saying it's not going to. I'm just simply saying that's not what I'm talking about here. I'm talking about the $2.7 trillion being paid out to beneficiaries through the form of monthly checks going out to well over 70 million people, okay? So over that 9-year period of time, it's going to be slowly drawn down and empty, okay? Now, here's where the confusion comes in. A lot of people come out and say, well, benefits will be ending at that time. No, wrong. It's not how it works. Benefits will not be ending at that time, okay? But here is the big risk out there right now of what could happen with Social Security benefits in the event of insolvency. As of right now, the projections are, and again, I just want to say this very lightly here, the projections as of right now suggest, okay, I anticipate this much, these projections will definitely change the closer we get to that, say, you know, doomsday of the trust funds being completely eliminated, as in empty with money, okay? So again, I project that they're going to change, but as of right now, they're projecting the trust fund would be depleted in about 9 years, and at that time, benefits would need to be cut by about 23%, okay? So that means a simple, just basically one day, benefits, boom, the trust fund is empty, there you go, we got a 23% cut to benefits. Meanwhile, We're begging, we're pleading, we're asking for a little 5% COLA, a 3% COLA, a 7% COLA, and meanwhile, they come out and they're going to cut benefits by 23% overnight. Yeah, that could happen, okay? So that simply means that benefits would be paid out at a pace of 77% of their current level of benefits versus 100% of what they are right now, okay? A 23% cut. Let me give you real numbers behind this really, really fast here so you can understand what this actually means, okay? Let's just say at the time insolvency happens. You're receiving a $1,000 benefit. Insolvency happens and boom, benefits are cut by 23%. That simply means your benefit has been cut by $230 a month from $1,000 down to $770 a month, okay? That is a 23% reduction with that example that I just gave you. So that is massive. That'd be very, very detrimental. For a lot of people who rely on benefits, that would not be a good situation, okay? So that is what that means by this, okay? So in the event Social Security runs out, and again, I'm saying runs out, simply meaning insolvency hits, the trust fund is empty, people call it all kinds of different things, but I'm just calling it running out here because I've, been asked that question. In the event that this happens, no, benefits will not be ending, but rather they will just be cut by roughly 23% as of right now, according to the recent projections, okay? All right, so let me explain for just a second here. Is this something we need to worry about? In my honest opinion, no. I would not worry about this whatsoever. Why? First off, it's about 9 years away, okay? I get it. 9 years goes very fast, but at the end of the day, it's still 9 years. A lot of things will happen in 9 years, okay? Which is also why I've been saying for a long time now as well, the next administration is going to be pivotally important when it comes down to Social Security for the future generations and for many more decades into the future. Why? Because basically, if the next administration does nothing about this, guess what? We've just wasted another 4+ years on it, and we're right down to the wire then, right? So then the next administration after this, the coming one here, the next administration then would be basically right down to the wire. They'd have virtually no time anymore, right? Think of it this way. Let me give you a quick little analogy, okay? Think of an airplane on a runway, okay? They have so much, space on the runway. I don't know how long runways are. I'm not some expert on airplanes and stuff like that. I'm just simply saying. Let's just say that the runway is a mile long. I don't know. I don't know if that's accurate or not. I'm just using this as an example, okay? The airplane is screaming down the runway at, say, I don't know, 200 miles an hour. Again, I don't know how fast these things go. I'm just simply saying. I'm giving an example here, okay? Just saying, okay? Let's say the airplane is screaming down the runway at 200 miles an hour, okay? It has not been able to take off yet. But let's just say it has, I don't know, 1,000 feet left of the runway, okay? So less than a quarter mile left on the runway, okay? The runway is getting very, very short. It better do a couple things. It better slam on the brakes immediately, or it better lift that sucker off the ground like right now, okay? We're getting down to the very last wire. We've got to take action here. Do one of two things. Take off, get off the ground, or slam on the brakes, okay? That is the action that they need to do. That's the same thing that I'm saying here with this next administration. They've got to do one of two things. As of right now, we're still sitting way back, like at the end of the runway. We've got a mile of runway ahead of us. But if they blow it, if the next administration does nothing, well, guess what? Now we're basically halfway down the runway and we've done nothing. We're running out of time. Take action, do something, or get off the pot. You know what I mean? So anyway, old little saying there, but you know what I'm saying here, right? My point is, you've got to do something. That's why I continue to say that the next administration is very, 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 very important on this. If they do nothing, they've wasted a lot of time, and now we don't have much runway ahead of us yet anymore to take the necessary action and to basically, avoid a major, bad situation, if that were to make sense, So anyway, that's what I mean by all this whole thing. So when it comes down to it, please do not worry about this. This is not something we need to, think about and worry about and lose sleep over. It's something that lawmakers will need to address, and they will. In fact, right now, they're already talking about it. We've been hearing about this for a very long time now, and basically this year, 2024, is all about this. I mean, seriously. For them to come back and continue to talk about this and come up with all these new bills, packages, proposals, all these different things coming on right now, it's very, very important. And they know just as well as we do, this is in the spotlight. They know that this program must be taken care of now, and the longer that they wait, the harder it's going to get. That's just how it is, right? When you have ample time to make adjustments on something, it's not that hard, right? You can get things done. There's plenty of time. There's plenty of proverbial runway ahead of us. We can make those adjustments and no problem whatsoever. The shorter that time frame gets, the harder and harder it gets, right? You have to take action proactively, and the longer that we wait, the more difficult it is. So again, this is down to lawmakers. I anticipate they will come together on a solution. What that solution is going to be, no idea. Nobody knows that yet, right? Which is why we need to continue watching it and why I need to continue to bring it to your attention, because we have no idea. There's a whole variety of proposals out there. In fact, you've heard me talk about them before in other videos. I bet there's probably 100 different proposals out there. Seriously, there's so many of them. They've explored a lot of options, and there's a lot of options out there they have not even explored yet. And again, any of these could come true. We don't know, which is why I continue to bring them to your attention when I come across them, because we literally have no idea. It could be a combination of, a handful of them. It could be one major change that they do. There's a whole lot of things that they could change here. We don't know what they're going to be. I anticipate it's going to be, the reform is going to include probably maybe like 3 or 4 adjustments to the program. What those are going to be, I don't know. I'm not really sure yet, okay? That's why I continue to say we got to continue watching everything closely, right? So anyway, for those of you that have been asking what this means if Social Security runs out and what happens, well, this is what would happen. Is that benefits would be cut by about 23%, and the trust fund would basically be empty, and Social Security would only be able to pay out benefits based on payroll taxes, okay? So whatever money's coming in through Social Security payroll taxes, they basically just push right out the door again to the beneficiaries. It's like a revolving door. The payroll taxes comes in through one door, and they push it out through another door with the beneficiary payments, right? So that's basically what happens. So I don't anticipate benefits will be cut, but at the end of the day, we can't put it past them either. We don't know what they're going to do. I anticipate they will do something, but maybe they don't. I don't know. We'll have to wait and see, right? That's all we can really do at this point, is wait and see and continue watching everything closely. Anyway, I'm here for you. I hope this helps you to better understand it. I hope the little analogies I gave you in this video kind of better described what I'm talking about here with this whole running out / bankrupt / insolvent situation here, and kind of, distill some of that down into this video. So anyway, I'm here for you. As always, please subscribe down below if you haven't done so yet. Share the video with your friends on my social media. Go back and check out any of the other thousands of videos here on the channel. Leave a comment, question, feedback down below. Let me know if I need to come back and elaborate on this or let you know in further detail. I can do whatever I can for you. Again, I hope this helps you. Enjoy your day. Take care. Have a good one, and catch you again later.